You had better be prepared for the repercussions when you prod the bear. Jimmy Kimmel discovered this the hard way when he chose to make fun of Sylvester Stallone. What began as a late night joke swiftly turned into a PR disaster for both Kimmel and ABC. But Stallone didn't just clap back. He completely destroyed Kimmel in a way that left fans cheering and executives scrambling. It began with Jimmy Kimmel making a move that left Hollywood buzzing. The late night host, known for pushing the envelope, decided to ban Sylvester Stallone from appearing on his show because Stallone dared to express opinions that didn't fit Hollywood's standard script. If Kimmel thought this would go unnoticed, he couldn't have been more wrong. Industry insiders soon started whispering about the incident on social media after a leaked memo from the show's production team alluded to Stallone's rejection. The media had also started to speak its mind. In a matter of hours, the rumors were rife, with fans demanding answers, and some even asserted that Kimmel had privately discussed his justification in a meeting. Others conjectured that it was overlooked by Stallone's own team. The story quickly became public regardless of the source, and it struck more forcefully than anyone anticipated. What precisely were Stallone's contentious beliefs? The renowned actor recently spoke out against Hollywood's perils of political correctness, describing it as a killer of creativity. And additionally, he chastised the industry for its preoccupation with following trends rather than emphasizing artistry and storytelling. Although many members of the public found resonance in Stallone's remarks, it is evident that some insiders took offense. Having Stallone on his show appeared to be a risk Kimmel was unwilling to take, and it soon came back to haunt him. The retaliation was severe and quick. Fans of Stallone turned to social media. Memes praising Kimmel for the slight went viral on Twitter, and posts calling Kimmel out of touch and using hashtags like Team Stallone became popular. As a result, the show's already low viewership ratings started to decline even more. And the first several episodes, I would link a lot of the similar videos in the show notes. It gets even better from here. Stallone rejected Kimmel's last-minute offer because he wasn't going to remain silent. Makes an effort to appear on the show, and decline still passes the central department, including celebrities like Tom Hanks and Paul Respect, to name a few. Producers essentially pleaded with him to change his mind, but Stallone insisted on platforms that embraced his voice, and as a result, fans adored him even more. Why the abrupt shift in sentiment? Kimmel didn't particularly like Stallone. One word sums up the solution overnight: desperation following the backlash. Disney executives were not pleased when Kimmel's ratings plummeted. Viewers had been turned off by the controversy, and the tension was only increased by Stallone's absence. Kimmel and his group probably understood that some of the damage could be repaired by having Stallone return, but here's the catch: Kimmel never really expressed regret. Instead, his offers to Stallone came across as an effort to maintain his good name and appease his superiors. Jimmy Kimmel, who is well known for his superhuman behavior and controversial opinions, has caused controversy before, and something that really underlines how often people underestimate him. Stallone has sometimes been criticized for not being an expert in defense and gun control, but to be honest, Kimmel frequently attacks people who don't conform to the Hollywood stereotype. Although Stallone was an easy target, Kimmel was surprised by how devoted and vicious his fan base was. Stallone demonstrated to the world what grace under pressure looks like, while Kimmel frantically tried to preserve his dignity. He had the option to start a verbal sparring match or go on a public tirade, but instead he used the occasion to highlight causes that shared his beliefs. As standard advanced, he made appearances on programs like Greg Gutfeld and the Joe Rogan Experience. His supporters flocked to social media, posting in support of his choice to avoid appearing on Kimmel's show. Many tweets praised Stallone as a true Hollywood legend and a man of principle. One-sided narratives are no longer appealing to audiences, as evidenced by the popularity of hashtags like #StandWithStallone. In contrast, Kimmel came under increasing fire for attempting to silence a well-liked figure. Hollywood insiders were not spared any time in their criticism. As Stallone's rejection gained traction, studio executives started reassessing their strategies, realizing that audiences prefer authenticity over scripted drama. Many speculated that the move marked a turning point in how stars interact with late-night television producers. It became impossible to conceal Kimmel's panic when it was revealed that his team had repeatedly contacted Stallone's representatives, offering anything from more airtime to complete creative control over the interview. The fact that Stallone was given complete creative control by Kimmel's team demonstrates how dire things were. Rarely do late-night hosts cede that much control, particularly when it comes to their own programs. Kimmel freely acknowledged that his ratings crisis was so bad that he was prepared to do whatever it took to save the show. Stallone would have essentially been free to say whatever he wanted, which is practically unheard of in the world of strictly scripted television. It was described as the ultimate sign of desperation by late-night television critics. From Kimmel's side, but the actor was uninterested, he made it plain that he would not play along with Kimmel's plan to keep his show's failing ratings. Fans quickly pointed out that the roles had been reversed, referring to Kimmel's traditional late-night shows are losing viewers due to the ultimate karma. While Stone's own projects flourished in his series, Kimmel's show struggled, and people tired of the same old jokes and one-sided discussions turned to independent media and podcasts as the go-to source for uncensored, genuine voices. The household, because of its honest and relatable content, Stallone became an unexpected hit with viewers. Given Kimmel's sharp decline in ratings, the timing couldn't have been more ideal. Stallone's rise to fame demonstrated the power of authenticity in a field that is becoming more and more reliant on optics. For a host who was already struggling with his ratings, Kimmel's choice to turn down Stallone was a grave mistake. The calls for new, more balanced voices were becoming louder every day as the drama developed, leading some to speculate that Kimmel's days as a late-night mainstay might be coming to an end. The rejection wasn't only a personal setback for Kimmel, it also hurt her ratings. With fewer viewers, it was a professional disaster. According to reports, Kimmel is under a great deal of pressure from ABC executives, and some insiders are even speculating that this Stallone fiasco might be the last straw. Compelling ABC to reconsider Kimmel's role on late-night TV. Since 2003, Jimmy Kimmel, host of Jimmy Kimmel Live, has been a mainstay of ABC's late-night programming. Despite its brief periods of popularity, the show's reliance on political humor and divisive jokes has alienated many viewers over time. It was developed to compete with late-night heavyweights like David Letterman and Jay Leno. Due in large part to his ability to draw in a younger, more progressive audience as part of Disney's enormous entertainment empire, ABC, a network owned by the company, has historically supported Kimmel despite his controversies. ABC is reliant on Flagship, a major financial and cultural investment for ABC. Kimmel's show uses shows like Jimmy Kimmel Live to drive advertising revenue and stay relevant in the competitive world of late-night television. However, as ratings decline and rival shows gain popularity, Kimmel's ability to deliver has come under intense scrutiny. According to reports, ABC executives are becoming impatient as each decline in ratings impacts not only the program, but also the network's reputation and larger advertising deals. This is not the first time that Kimmel's strategy has failed. Invitations to appear on his show have been politely declined by a number of well-known celebrities. According to rumors, Kimmel's staff is known for being unduly controlling and imposing restrictions on what guests are allowed and not allowed to talk about. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a well-known example. He is renowned for his charm and candor in interviews, but when Kimmel invited him, it allegedly included a strict list of subjects that were off limits, including Johnson's alleged plans to enter politics, a topic that was in the news at the time. The Rock, who was well known for having an authentic and unvarnished personality, didn't like the limitations and didn't agree with Kimmel's demands. Johnson politely declined, preferring to concentrate on interviews in which he could interact openly with his followers. Another entertainment powerhouse, Taylor Swift, was also rumored to have declined an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live for similar reasons. According to reports, Swift's team was worried about Kimmel's tendency to reframe stories to suit his comedic style, possibly at the expense of Swift's image, as her every word was scrutinized by both the media and fans. They didn't want to take the chance of Swift losing control of her message. In the end, Swift's decision to skip the performance highlighted an increasingly prevalent trend at the top level. celebrities avoiding situations where the dangers appear to outweigh the rewards. The subject of yet another behind-the-scenes drama was Barbra Streisand, a name that is often associated with Hollywood royalty. She is an iconic singer, actress, and filmmaker who has received numerous Grammys, Oscars, and Emmys. Strand allegedly made one specific request when she was scheduled to appear on Jimmy Kimmel Live. She wanted the camera angles changed to emphasize her favorite side. This wasn't a ridiculous request for someone of her caliber, but Kimmel's team rejected the change, saying it was too much. She never backs down and puts forth a lot of effort, which completely alters her appearance. If you thought this case was out of order, one fan tweeted that the incident further solidified Kimmel's reputation for alienating even Hollywood's elite. Fallout fans took to social media to criticize Kimmel for his rigidity and for denying Barbra Strand anything. Shawn Penn is well known, wait until you hear about him, for having a fiery personality, strong beliefs, and causing one of the most juicy scandals on late-night television. Penn was supposed to promote a humanitarian project on Kimmel's show, but behind the scenes, things quickly fell apart. Insiders claim that Penn got into arguments with producers who insisted on asking trivial questions about Hollywood rumors rather than the more serious topics he wanted to cover. Just hours before airtime, the actors stormed out of the studio, refusing to play along. Penn's bold move became the talk of Hollywood, with many applauding him for upholding his morals while leaving Kimmel's team reeling in shame. The fallout forced Kimmel to scramble for a last-minute replacement.